August 1943. Berlin suffocates under Nazi rule. In the heart of Hitler's war machine, one man, a nobody in a grey suit, makes a choice that could topple an empire. Fritz Kolbe, a clerk buried in the German Foreign Ministry, isn't a soldier or a spy. Yet he's about to smuggle secrets that will shake the Third Reich. Who was this forgotten hero, and how did he outwit the Gestapo to steal Hitler's plans? On this day in history, we unravel the forgotten spy who stole Hitler's secrets. Stay with us. This is a tale of courage you've never heard. One man, 2,600 secrets, a world at stake. Before we dive into this espionage mystery, hit subscribe and ring the bell to join our hunt for history's hidden truths. Let's uncover Kolbe's story together. It's August 1943 and Germany is a fortress of fear. Hitler's armies churn across Europe and his secret police, the Gestapo, see everything. In the German Foreign Ministry, Fritz Kolbe, a 43-year-old bureaucrat, handles cables detailing troop movements, alliances, and Hitler's private rants. To his colleagues, he's invisible, a cog in the Nazi machine. But inside, Kolbe burns with a dangerous secret. He hates the Führer and everything he stands for. Kolbe wasn't born a spy. A 2022 biography, A Spy at the Heart of the Third Reich, reveals he was a sports enthusiast, a low-ranking diplomat with no ambition for glory. But when Hitler rose in 1933, Kolbe saw the Reich's brutality. Jews deported, dissenters vanished. By 1943, he'd had enough. His weapon, the very documents he stamped daily. Kolbe's rebellion wasn't fueled by fame or reward, it was personal. A friend's arrest, a relative's whispered fears, the screams from Berlin's ghettos. He later wrote, "Treason, so be it." This was his stand against a regime he loathed. Per a 2001 CIA declassification, Kolbe's first act of defiance was in 1942, passing anti-Nazi leaflets to friends, risking death. But he knew pamphlets wouldn't stop Hitler. He needed the Allies. Kolbe's plan was honestly insane. Smuggle top-secret documents out of Berlin, cross Nazi checkpoints and deliver them to the Allies in neutral Switzerland. A 2022 report notes, he hid 200 cables in his briefcase, each one stamped with Hitler's orders, troop plans, V-1 rocket sites, even Japan's naval codes. One wrong move and well, he'd face a firing squad. Kolbe wasn't James Bond. He had no training, no gadgets, but he had grit. A 1943 OSS memo actually describes him as reckless yet meticulous, sewing documents into his coat lining. In Bern, he sought out Alan Dulles, the OSS chief, who at first thought Kolbe was an Abwehr double agent. Imagine the weight of it all. Kolbe risked his wife, his son, his life, yet he told Dulles, "I do this to end the madness." His passion won Dulles over, earning him the codename George Wood. Per a 2018 history article, Kolbe's first delivery included Hitler's talks with Franco, revealing Spain's wavering neutrality, a total game-changer for Allied strategy. Back in Berlin, Kolbe lived on a knife's edge. By day, he was the perfect clerk nodding to Nazi bosses. By night he was George Wood photographing cables in his apartment, his heart pounding as Gestapo sirens wailed. From 1943 to 1945 he smuggled 2,600 documents. The CIA records each trip to Bern, a brush with death. Colby's tools were crude, smuggled microfilm-coded postcards. A 1944 OSS report describes a postcard sent to Dulles, "Dear friend, my son needs Japanese toys." It meant Colby was coming with Japan's fleet plans, which were later used to crack their naval code. Colby wasn't just betraying Hitler, he was protecting his family, his country, from a regime he saw as a cancer. Every document he stole was a prayer for Germany's redemption. A 2021 The Sun report notes Colby overheard Hitler at the Wolf's Lair ranting about invasions. He smuggled these rants, giving allies insight into Hitler's unraveling mind. Colby's secrets were dynamite. A 2007 National Archives report confirms his cables detailed German U-boat routes, V-1 launch sites, and Japan's Pacific Fleet. Intel that saved countless lives. His leaks about Hitler's distrust of Mussolini helped allies plan Italy's invasion. Eisenhower called Colby one of the war's most valuable agents. Richard Helms, future CIA director, said his intel was the best of any Allied spy. Yet for a year, OSS paranoia delayed action. Some thought Colby was too good to be true. Every cable Colby risked his life for was a brick in the Allied victory. He didn't just steal secrets, he stole hope from millions under Nazi boots. Critical thinking per a 2024 The Guardian article. Let Colby see through Nazi propaganda. Today, questioning narratives, political or digital, echoes his courage to seek truth. Colby gave everything, but the Allies didn't always trust him. A 2022 Malwarrican Books report notes MI6 and OSS suspected he was a Nazi plant, delaying action on his intel for months. Even after proving himself, Colby faced a cruel irony. Post-war Germany shunned him as a traitor. Colby's story didn't end in glory. A 2003 CIA memoir reveals he struggled in obscurity, taking odd jobs in Switzerland. Germany saw his espionage as betrayal, not heroism. Yet he never regretted it, writing, "I'd do it again to stop the madness." Colby's sacrifice reminds us heroes often fade, their victories buried in archives. His courage wasn't for medals, it was for a world free of tyranny. Today, whistleblowers and truth-tellers like Colby risk all to expose corruption or lies. Their stories teach us to honor the unseen, to fight for what's right no matter the cost. Fritz Kolbe, the forgotten spy, didn't just steal Hitler's secrets. He stole time from the Third Reich. His 2,600 cables per a 2021 CIA archive shortened the war, saved lives, and cracked the Führer's facade. In 2000, Germany finally honored him, naming him a resistance hero, but his true legacy, a spark of defiance that lit the path to freedom. Colby's story is a whisper from history. One person armed with courage can change the world. His secrets didn't just defeat Hitler. They reminded us that even in darkness, truth can shine. To know Colby's tale is to feel history's pulse, fragile, fierce, eternal. It's a call to stand up, to speak out, to fight for what's right, no matter how small you feel. What if Colby hadn't acted? Comment your thoughts and vote in our poll. Did Colby's secrets A. shorten the war, B. save lives, C. both? Share this to honor unsung heroes. That's the forgotten spy who stole Hitler's secrets. A journey into the courage of Fritz Kolbe, whose defiance reshaped history. On this day in history digs up the past's hidden gems. Join us. What's your take on Colby's legacy? Drop it below. If this story stirred you, smash that like button, share with your history buffs, and subscribe for more. Next we're diving into, the code breaker who cracked Japan's cipher. How one mind won the Pacific. Stay curious, stay bold.